What's up everyone, it's Roger here from DisKingdom.com. It is Monday, it is time for your daily Disney news, so let's jump into some of today's stuff. So kicking off with some more Star Wars news following Star Wars Celebration, which took place in London this past weekend. Great event if you were able to attend it. I was able to be there on the Friday. Massive queues, which was a slight disappointment, but there was loads of information coming out of it over the weekend as well, including Season 3 of Star Wars Rebel, which introduced Thrawn, who is a member of the Empire, and he's being brought in as kind of, it looks like the main antagonist for the rebels, trying to stop them. Now, he had appeared in a number of different novels in the past and was a massive character, but unfortunately had kind of been wiped out when those books were no longer made canon. But he was so popular, they're going to be bringing him into the season, and they're also going to be bringing out a book with him, and I'm sure he's going to become a much more important character into the Star Wars universe, and bringing it into Star Wars Rebels is a great way of sort of introducing this character to a new generation, including myself. I'm going to be honest, I'm not too familiar with this character, so I'm going to be interested to see how this works for Season 3 of Rebels. Let's move now on to some news regarding the Trials on Tatooine experience, which was available at the show to play and experience, which is now going to be available this week to play on Steam for free. If you have the full kind of VR gear, it's now completely free to play. It is an interesting one to see. Unfortunately, I didn't get to have a go at it because the queue was too busy and I didn't have enough time to get on it, but I'm really excited about this. I am really hoping that I get to see this on PlayStation VR when it comes out later this year. Me and James were talking about this on today's Infinity and Beyond podcast, where we were talking about all the different Star Wars news in a lot more detail, so you definitely want to check that one out if you're into all your Star Wars video games and all the other stuff that's been announced recently. At Star Wars Celebration, during the final presentation, they brought out the new actor who is going to be playing the young Han Solo in the upcoming Solo movie. Now, this is going to be not only a Solo movie, it is a Han Solo movie with Chewbacca in there as well. It's going to be all set around setting him up a bit like a prequel, kind of a young Han Solo. I'm going to be honest, I'm not even going to try butchering the guy's name. He has not really appeared in any major movies. He is not too well known. He has appeared in like a Coen Brothers movie, and I'm sure he is going to explode onto the big scene once this movie comes out. It's kind of going to be interesting to see how they move with this guy, whether or not they're going to do some more prequels, maybe depending on how well this one does. Kind of interesting to see how they're kind of jumping forward and back, obviously with Rogue One, and then obviously with this new Han Solo movie, they're going to be jumping way back into sort of the time sort of after the prequels, but maybe 20-30 years before we see sort of the original New Hope movie. It's going to be interesting to see how this works out. It's going to be coming out in 2018. I'm going to be excited to see how this works. I think it's going to be, he's taken on a really big role. They did a number of different screen tests with him and Chewbacca in the Millennium Falcon. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this all works out. I'm kind of intrigued. I feel like with Rogue One, that should work because it was set with different characters. But taking a very well-known character and completely doing it with a different thing has been done before. We saw it in the prequels, like with Ewan McGregor. But yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch what happens with this Han Solo movie. Well, anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you are on YouTube. Also, hit that subscribe button if you're on iTunes, listen to the audio version. You can also hit that like button if you're watching on Facebook. And finally, if you have any questions or any feedback, comment below. Get in touch with us on Twitter, and I'd love to hear from you guys. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Laters.